Welcome to the Noka News Network. I'm Ricky French, here with Dan Colley.
Yo. Have I done yo before?
Probably, but...
Yeah, probably so.
Who's counting? We're going to have a good time on this 13th, spooky 13th episode of the Noka News Network.
The lucky or unlucky 13th, as it may be. In this episode...
Should we just call it the 14th episode like they do with the elevators? There's no 13th floor?
No, man, stupid. On this episode, we're going to talk about... we're going to do the Cicada Watch, like we always do.
Yeah.
We're going to leave chickens alone, but not completely alone. And, of course, the guac is extra, but the illness is free.
Noka News Network, the news no one cares about. All right, Dan. I hate to do this to you, but got some bad news.
Then just don't. We're done. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We're done with this episode.
I didn't mean making you sit through what I had to say.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What I meant was I didn't really intend to start this off with some bad news, but I kind of feel like...
Well, it's the 13th episode. It's either lucky or unlucky.
Right. It's. I feel as though it's our duty to inform the public of what's happening.
If nothing else, the podcast is intended to inform the masses of information they need to know.
Yeah,
and use the word duty.
I got a text from a friend of mine who listens to the show, and she said that she...
Tell her I'm sorry.
Yeah, right? Well, that's sort of where I'm going with this. She said that she had mentioned one of the stories we covered to a friend of hers, and that she apparently sees our show as a legitimate source of news for her now.
Oh, shit.
To which I replied, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It's like a responsibility that we probably shouldn't have.
Tell her not to do that, please. That's the first thing. First and foremost, we are not a legitimate news source, folks.
Luckily, she's smart enough to know the difference. And she knows me. So that's enough.
That helps.
Really. But we're going to... All right, let's get into something. I don't know why this keeps happening, and I don't know why they haven't been stopped, but Chipotle is making people sick yet again.
Oh, I just had Chipotle this week. I had it today, as a matter of fact. I had leftovers today.
Not a great move, Dan.
I'm not going to make it to the third seg, obviously.
All right. So about a dozen people in Aurora, Colorado have come down with gastrointestinal symptoms.
Oh, no.
Similar to those caused by the norovirus after eating at a local Chipotle restaurant, health officials have confirmed.
The norovirus sounds like it's an old lady from Brooklyn from the 1940s.
That's my friend Nora.
There's Nora over there. She got those pearls from her aunt.
That's
upstate.
Nonsensical. This is why we're not a legitimate news source. According to Food Safety News, which is, one of my favorite periodicals, of course.
I get it delivered every... How often is it delivered?
I don't know.
Every so often.
Probably never.
Yeah, right. It's a website now.
According to Food Safety News, shortly after eating, you're going to fuck with that water bottle again, and you're going to make me yell at you.
I was wondering if you heard that.
I did.
I can't get anything past you. The watchful eagle eyes and keen ears of Ricky French.
Yes. Oh, boy. According to Food Safety News, shortly after eating at the location of the fast casual chain on 6710 South Corner Star Way, which is a stupid, pointless, made-up street name, Corner Star Way.
How would you like to have a job just naming streets?
It's pretty easy. You take two things that have no relation to one another, and then you put them together, and then you put way or street or drive or place. So
like Bacon Guitar Way.
Yeah, well, more or less.
And
this is a real thing. There's a
Sunshine Tree Place.
Yeah. There is a real street that is sort of like a little neighborhood in the Worthington area around Columbus, and the whole complex, the main street into it, is called Fieldstone Trace.
Yes, I know it, actually, yes.
and they just put it's like they put the names of various things you would find outdoors into a hat, and they pulled out 2 of them.
Bush Cloud Drive.
Exactly. See, there, new housing development. See, we're making progress. We're
Dr. Worm Way.
No, that one's
already been taken.
Doesn't quite work. Anyway,
that was a shout out.
We're digressing.
We're losing our damn minds, is what we're doing.
Over there on Cornerstone Way or Shrub Rock Boulevard or Stump Branch Road or whatever.
Stump Branch Road.
As many as 5 high school students and 6 other people from the area came down with symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal pain, low-grade fever, and body aches. Customer Christy Ryan told a local television station that her family fell ill within 36 hours after eating 3 burritos, a burrito bowl, and a small soft taco from Chipotle.
It was that taco that did it. Everything else was good.
Yeah, right. The symptoms were particularly severe for her 8-year-old daughter, who was admitted to urgent care due to dehydration.
Well, she probably shouldn't have had the tofu.
Yeah, well,
I'm assuming that's not good.
Here's the thing. It's like, I don't know, what is it? Every 4 to 6 months, Chipotle ends up making a handful of people sick.
Well,
that's just sort of how it works.
I'd like to say shame on me, shame on you type of whatever the hell that phrase is, but
I'm sure you would like to say it, but obviously you can't, I guess.
There, no shit. But I eat Chipotle like once a week or
every once a week. Yeah.
Every once a week. I'm a dipshit. All right. Speaking of dipshits, let's go to this next story.
Please.
The headline is "Don't Kiss or Snuggle Backyard Poultry."
Oh,
the CDC warns.
Well, that's good advice in general, but since it was from the CDC, I imagine it has to do with illness.
Well, growing up in Kentucky, that was just something that we were always told: is don't kiss or snuggle the backyard poultry.
Because the sheriff might come by and lock you up.
That, or they're already claimed by somebody. So. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention is warning backyard poultry farmers that their chickens may have been linked to a growing salmonella outbreak.
Oh, man.
The notice of investigation posted Thursday said that 163 people are confirmed to have been sickened over 43 states. While none have died, a third of those sickened were children under 5 years of age, the agency said. Here's my real question to you. I don't know anything about poultry farming or the FDA usage of said animals.
Sure.
But why in the flying fuck would you go buy your chicken meal from Jim down the street who also does small engine repair?
Is that what the problem is here?
Well, I would assume, because it says that people younger than, safety tips shared by the Public Health Agency include having hand sanitizer near your coop and frequently washing hands after touching poultry. It doesn't say how people are getting. I guess just you have chickens in your backyard, you kill them and you fry them up and you eat them at home. And now little Cindy and little Billy are getting sick.
Well, if you cook them thoroughly, that's not a problem. It's I think it's what they're actually getting at is like if you have chickens that are especially friendly and your kids are playing with them like pets, that's when they can get sick. That's what I think they're saying.
It does say here, quote unquote. This is a quote from a government agency.
Okay, sure.
Don't kiss or snuggle backyard poultry and don't eat or drink around them, the CDC writes. Oh. This can spread salmonella germs to your mouth and make you sick.
Well, among other things you shouldn't do to your backyard poultry, that's certainly one of them.
I would agree with that, yes. There are a few other things that you don't want to do with them.
Right.
Take them out for dinner.
No.
Perhaps throw a button hook pass to the goat.
Include them in your will. You probably don't want to do. Lots of things. You could go on.
Unless the pig was very smart. What's Samuel Jackson say? It'd have to be a one charming ass pig. Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know what you're even talking about anymore.
Nah, I don't either. Go ahead. What's the next thing?
I don't think you do either. Is
what?
The real problem.
I'm going to drink this water.
Okay. So this comes out of Virginia, and we're still talking about livestock.
It's
of course.
Water.
It's livestock news. It's like we're working for a radio station in rural Iowa. We're just talking about livestock.
What are we, Les Nessman doing the farm report here on KRP?
Les Nessman, yeah. So this is out of Louisa County, Virginia.
You know, we actually both applied for the same job as fishery reporters in Alaska at one time.
We did. You've actually already mentioned that on this podcast.
Well,
way to bring up our continual failures, Dan.
Well, after 13 episodes, I'm running out of witty shit to say. Not that I really had any to begin with.
Yeah, which episode did you have witty shit to say? Is my question about the whole
6.
thing. Okay.
6 and 10.
Okay.
We're like the Star Trek movies. The even ones are good.
I think that's pushing it, but we'll go with that, I suppose.
All right, go ahead. I'll shut up now.
The Louisa County Sheriff's Office in Virginia is updating its list of residents who have livestock.
Okay.
All right, so they're advising if you own any of the animals on the list below, authorities are asking you to fill out an online form. Mm-hmm. We've got quite the list here, Dan.
Oh, we do love our list here on Noka.
The list is as follows: cows,
check.
Horses,
check.
Chickens,
check.
That's the list.
That's it.
Yep.
What if you have alpacas?
Not on the list.
Goats?
They're not on the list. They're not getting in to the show. They're not on the list.
Pigs?
Not on the list.
Dragons. I don't know, man. I'm out of poultry idea or livestock ideas.
I'm out of poultry ideas. Maybe a little red wine vinegar marinade or something like that might be good. It's a poultry idea for you.
Some lemon pepper.
Yeah.
Are we going to do a recipe segment?
Something like that. Sure. Whatever.
Some lemon pepper, put it in the Instapot, turn it on for 5 minutes, go play Xbox, you're done.
Exactly. Yeah, it's delicious.
All right. What's the problem? Why do they want to update their list?
Well, the sheriff's office has said that they like to keep a record in case an animal ever breaks loose or jeopardizes the safety of the owner and community. So when those chickens finally go on the attack, they want to know where they came from.
When they finally come home to roost.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Do they have a lot of issues with chickens running around with hockey masks and chainsaws and machetes?
You would think that maybe they would, based upon their request to keep tabs on them and everything, but I kind of doubt that's reality.
It'd be like nothing more than I want to see now than a machete-wielding chicken with a hockey mask on.
Well, okay. I highly doubt that's the reality of it, but they're in Louisa County, Virginia. They just want to make sure.
All I know is just run. Run away. Don't try to hide in a closet because Chicken Voorhees will find your ass and he will kill you with a pitchfork in the face.
True, especially...
Absolutely, do not try to bang your chicken girlfriend in the back of the Buick because he will absolutely kill you then.
Right. Definitely not going to happen.
I have learned that.
I have learned that. You said it as if this was some sort of studious observation of yours.
Yeah, that was my NPR moment. All right, Ricky, let's turn that dial there. That one there.
What do you mean, this one?
Yes, the one that lets me say, it's time for the Metal News. This comes out of the community of Annandale, Minnesota. They've issued a warning about clown sightings, leaving some residents unnerved. Yeah, we all float down here, Ricky. It's just weird. It's not a normal thing you see around town, said Katie Daniels. We've seen it to where the guy is standing in front of somebody's house, making their dog bark, and it's scaring the person. But as soon as they get the courage to say something to him, the clown's gone. Well, you should have nutted up sooner there, Bill. For residents like Katie, they're wondering about the clown's intentions. I don't know, maybe terror? When I saw him scare the kids, I'm like, nope, I'm done. That's not cool. He literally ran right by them, and these kids are crying because it's not a normal clown. Yeah, you know, normal, no clowns are normal, Katie. However, others in the small town believe the person is out to lighten the mood after a tough year. Those people are fucking demented. I'm not afraid of clowns, said resident Tenia Porter. I'm originally from the Minneapolis area, and we had a ton of them down here for the longest time. Hey, what in the purple hell, Minneapolis? I haven't heard anything dangerous with them. It's just somebody having a good time. Nope. Clowns are creepy and a direct affront to Gator Jesus and all of his gifts and blessings.
Not a huge clown fan myself, really. I mean, I'm not afraid of them necessarily. It doesn't bother me that way. I just think it's sort of pointless.
There's only one clown that I'm a fan of, Ricky, and that is one Dr. Roxo, MD.
The rock and roll clown, I believe.
Yeah, well, he loves cocaine.
I believe that's the clown to whom you are referring.
That would be correct, sir.
All right, let's move on to some hard-hitting news that might actually help out the community.
Doubt it.
Yeah, probably not. This is about the cicada emergence. It's been a big deal. We've been covering it here on the show with our Cicada Watch.
We've put a lot of our budget into this.
A lot of resources have gone into keeping a close eye on the cicada situation.
Yeah.
And, we're doing it from our vantage point here in Ohio, of course, but this is happening in several states in the country, and I guess they have emerged on the East Coast.
Okay.
So I got a story here out of Maryland. A Maryland candy company is selling chocolate-covered cicadas to celebrate the emergence of the insects that have spent the last 17 years underground.
What, they were out of raisins?
I don't know. Peanuts, cashews, something. Anything would be better than cicadas, I think.
You know how people hate chocolate-covered raisins? I love those things.
I don't love them, but they're okay. I'd much rather have one of those than a chocolate-covered cicada, I think.
Well, sure. They make scorpion pops, lollipop. You ever see that?
Yeah, I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid, too. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Chocolate chocolat. Actually, the place is called Chocolate, but I don't think they say chocolat at the end, but I did.
Well, I don't like them already.
They're selling cicadas dipped in either milk or dark chocolate, but they posted the recipe on their Facebook page for brave chefs looking for something to do with the bugs.
Let me guess. It's chocolate dip rancid shit inside of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Force somebody to eat it as a cool thing, trendy thing to do this year.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
So this is how they do it, just so you know. Fresh cicadas are frozen, given a quick dip in boiling water, or blanched, if you want to use the proper terminology. I've watched some Gordon Ramsay stuff.
Good job, Food Network.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You're the Guy Fieri of this show.
Well, no, probably not.
You should frost your tips.
I've got a tip you can frost, Dan. They're then coated in oil and spices before being air fried. Yeah, that is a pretty Guy Fieri move. And then dropped in chocolate, according to the instructional video.
In ruined chocolate.
Yes, right. They're selling other cicada-themed chocolates that are insect-free. That way, I don't know, I guess just shaped like a cicada or something. That's what's going on over on the East Coast in Maryland, but it's time for us to check in with our field correspondent, Michael, and figure out what's happening with the cicadas here in central Ohio.
All right.
Continuing cicada emergence coverage here on the Noka News Network, we've got our remote correspondent, Michael, on the line. He's been out in the field keeping an eye on what's going on with the cicadas here in Ohio. Michael, what's the news this week?
Ricky, I still haven't seen any cicadas. Hey, guys, I was wondering, how long do you think I'm going to have to be out here?
What do you mean? We're only going to have you on for a minute here, but...
I thought it was just going to be, a couple days. Hey, yeah, go out in the woods. It's going to be like camping. That'll be fun.
Wait.
Look for some kind of creature.
You mean you haven't gone home in 3 weeks?
No, I'm starting to miss my family a little bit, to be honest with you.
Hey,
that's not what we meant, man. You just have to go out for a little bit on Saturday, see if you see the cicadas.
Huh.
You know when we text you and tell you we're getting ready to call you? That's when you need to go out to the woods.
Tell your wife I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Okay. I will. If she's still there, I'll tell her.
All right.
Ask her if she's seen cicadas.
Well, thanks, Michael. We'll talk to you next week, all right? Go home now.
Okay. Bye.
That guy, I thought he was a pretty good reporter, but I don't know now.
How'd you dig this guy up?
All right. I'm glad Michael checked in with us again.
I feel bad for him. Do you think he's shitting in a hole? That's what campers do, right? They go out and they dig a hole and I feel bad for this guy.
Judging on his level of intelligence, he may be shitting in a hole at home. We don't know. We just can't say.
You know what? We didn't tell anybody at the beginning of the show that we have an all Florida segment.
That's true.
In our second segment of today.
That's true.
We are going to do a drive-by fruiting to Judgment Day.
Yes,
Wait,
exactly.
wait, hold on. Drive-by fruiting to Judgment Day. That was pretty good. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And we're going to... You fell for the old fence inspector routine again, didn't you, Ricky?
Yeah. It's the Noka News Network, the news no one cares about.
Noka News Network.
Dan, I'm happy I can announce we have a brand new sponsor here on the Noka News Network.
Well, don't keep me waiting.
Well,
I'm not very patient.
By far the most delicious sponsor that we have. It's Grandma Bev's Good Ass Popcorn.
Oh, good, because you know what I hate? I hate sucky flavored popcorn.
Well, you're in luck because this popcorn is homemade and delicious, made fresh, and they've got a bunch of great flavors to choose from. I've had it. It's really awesome.
Okay, what type of flavors do they have?
Well, they've got your classics like cheddar and caramel. They've got kettle corn and movie theater butter, all that stuff that you're used to.
Okay.
But there's some other adventurous flavors like cinnamon roll.
Ooh.
Or if you're into the more savory, spicy stuff, they've got white cheddar ghost pepper.
Ooh, okay, that lit me up just thinking about that flavor. Where do I find Grandma Bev's good-ass popcorn?
Just visit grandmabevs.shop. That's grandmabevs.shop.
Grandma Bev's, come on and get you some. Ricky, do you know you can buy T-shirts at our store?
Yes, Dan, I was adequately aware of the fact that...
You can't buy masks or tote bags there anymore, though.
Nope.
No, just shirts and hoodies,
Yeah,
mugs.
that's true.
You can get the regular shirt with the dude going, and that guy.
Yeah, sure.
Black and white. You can get a Gator Halloween shirt,
You can.
Gator Christmas shirt.
You can.
You can get a mug,
You can.
different colors on the inside.
That's true.
And if you get one of those, then you get a special gift.
That is absolutely correct.
You get a copy of one of the show notes rundowns and a little thank you note from us.
That's very factually correct.
Yes, and those will be in an envelope that will be addressed to you and stamped and will be sent to you.
Everything you've said thus far is factual.
That is correct. So if you would like to support the show and sport one of those awesome shirts, go to nokanews.store and buy them.
That's correct, Dan.
Yep.
Welcome back. It's the second segment of the Noka News Network. The news no one cares about. I'm Ricky French here with Dan Colley.
Yup.
Yes, sir. We're getting into the second segment of the show tonight. All Florida second segment. You know, occasionally it becomes really simple to do an entire Florida segment.
Yeah.
There's plenty of material. Happens a lot.
We would like to thank the Sunshine State for making our job easy. All right, let's start off in Miami.
Okay.
That's the city that never sleeps, according to Will Smith. A 28-year-old Florida woman who allegedly went to a Miami high school on Monday, dressed as a student to promote her Instagram account, was later arrested, according to reports.
Okay, so what is this, some sort of like Larry and Balky sitcom scheme?
This was
got going
TGI Friday, the ABC.
Okay.
This was the anchor of the Friday night ABC sitcom block.
Circa 94, yeah.
Yeah. The theme song's probably like, there was a girl who went back to high school.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
I know what I'll do. I'll go to a high school and promote my Instagram page.
Yeah, and every time the song's like, dun, 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 and she stops and smiles at the camera for a second, and Dick Butkus is in it as the principal.
For no good reason, sure. Yeah.
And the guy that played Harriet from Family Ties. Not Family Ties, Family Matters.
The guy that played Harriet? You're transgressing into various identity issues that I didn't think we were going to talk about.
Well, I was thinking of Reginald Van Johnson, then I couldn't remember his name in the show, so I said Harriet.
It's Reginald Val Johnson, and it's Sergeant Carl Winslow.
I'm a mess. All right, so
Of course, Dan.
Audrey Nicole Francisquini
Yes, that's
is accused of handing out flyers to students promoting her social media account while wearing a backpack.
Yeah.
And to really tie the whole facade together, she was also carrying a skateboard.
That really is. That really is the thing we were describing. It's like when
That's some Parker Lewis can't lose shit right there. Trying to get past the principal so you don't get in trouble. Did she watch Back to the Future and thought that all kids in high school still rode around on skateboards hiding from Strickland? She's I know, I will be Marty McFly. It's either that or she saw that Buscemi meme too many times online and thought that was the way to go.
Yeah, something like that.
She was carrying her skateboard.
You know, all the cool kids in high school have got their backpacks, they got their skateboards,
She might have gotten away with it. She had a trapper keeper. She was
with some dolphins on it.
of course, kitties, a Lamborghini. Fuck.
Hang on. I don't see any Lisa Frank items in that backpack of yours, so you can't be a real student from 1995.
No way. What do you got? Pencil toppers? Nope. You're not real. Those acid watch jeans? No way. She was also recording her interactions on her phone when she was stopped by school security, according to WFOR TV in Miami.
Okay.
Francis Quini allegedly told the officer she was a student looking for the registration office and was stopped a second time when she continued to hand out flyers, the report said. So she got away with this shit once.
So here's my... Okay. So
she got away with it once.
I think they told her to leave and then she didn't, is what happened.
Why didn't they walk her off premises?
Well, I think they ended up charging her with crimes. So.
They did. Burglary, interference with an educational institution, and resisting an officer without violence.
I think that crime of interfering with an educational institution is a little grandiose in the state of Florida. I mean...
Well, if the guards let her go just scoot on by, then... You know what? Perhaps that's what we need to do with Noka. We need to disguise ourselves.
Go to high school, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we could pass as high school students?
No, I don't.
I don't think we could pass as high school instructors at this point.
I think we would probably get arrested much faster than that lady. Also,
I don't even think we could pass as college students at this point. Especially my old ass.
Plus, I can't ride a skateboard, so
no. And I have more gray than most of the teachers probably. So
here's my deal about that whole thing.
I have more gray than Earl. In his teeth.
That's a stupid joke, Dan.
Well, I'll mark that on the board then. Stupid.
Yes, we're keeping track of the stupid jokes. And we need a much bigger board. But the
Jumbotron.
The last thing I want to say about that story isn't the whole point of doing all these sorts of things online that you don't have to physically go somewhere to promote it? That it's online and that's how people see it. Maybe
she thought she was one of those confrontational people on YouTube, that make those videos now where they go into the 7-Eleven and tell everyone to suck their ass and then fights with the milk guy and leaves or something.
I don't even know in what world any of this shit's happening that you're talking about. First of all, who's the milk guy? Second of all, I've seen a lot of dumb shit on the internet, but I've never heard anyone say "suck my ass." Especially that fucking milk guy, man. Fuck him, right? Was this 1943?
That milk guy can go fuck himself hard.
That's what I say.
Screw the milk guy. Down with the milk guy. Oh. All right. Well, maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we should start a viral video where we're just telling people to suck our ass at the store.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, so
let's go down to the sheets. I'll yell "suck my ass" and leave. You videotape.
I think you probably did that when you stopped there earlier. Why would we go back?
I did not. Sheets is a fine establishment. And
you just
so far they haven't made me yell "suck my ass." I'm not going to just yell "suck my ass" for no good reason, Ricky. I have to have reason reason to do it. If it's going to get us more followers, then obviously I would do that.
I think the problem is that you just didn't record it. Is really what's going on here.
Ricky, if you could pick 3 establishments to run into, yell, suck my ass and leave.
I'm not going to go down.
One would be a Papa John's, I'm sure.
I don't even know why. This is a really stupid line of questioning we're going down here. And I don't know why. But I'll play this game with you, Dan.
Thank you.
I don't
Always want to be a game show host.
I don't think that I'm actually going to go into any establishment and yell "suck my butt" at
All
anyone.
right, then I've got to do it. Okay, I got it.
But I guess if gun to my head, if you're making me choose places that I think would make the most sense, I guess firstly I would go with Joanne Fabrics.
Okay. All right, but my question is, do you just go through the front register, scream, suck my butt, and leave, or do you go to like the pine cone department?
Yes, it would have to be in or around the pine cone department.
That's right next to the popsicle stick department.
Yeah, and over
the
from,
googly
from
eye aisle.
The twig island.
Yeah, of
that
course.
They have that you.
All right, so Panera Bread is an option.
Yeah, sure.
But Joanne Fabrics for sure.
So
okay, let me write that.
My list consists of Joanne Fabrics.
Hold on. Joanne Fabrics.
I'm glad we're really getting to the core of what matters here.
Yes,
by the
of course.
Joanne Fabrics.
How about a restaurant?
For going in to say suck my butt.
Besides Panera.
Let me see. Macaroni Grill. It's sort of just nice enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, and fucking pretentious white people love it.
You got to wear khakis to walk in there though, and yell it though first.
I'll take the bullet on that. I'll put on a pair of slacks so they'll let me in the door.
Can I film from outside so I can adhere to my never enter a fucking macaroni grill rule of my life that I've lived by? There's a few rules of my life. One of them is never date a woman with a tattoo on her butt. B is to never go to macaroni grill. Those are 2 rules I've lived by, Ricky. I'm good so far.
I don't know that I've ever patronized one of those myself, but you know, in this scenario, I think it's a good choice.
Oh, the hell with that. All right, what's your third?
Well, they're not gonna let me stick around and eat whatever garbage they make. So.
No, you're good. The $7 cheesecake bombs can stay in the kitchen.
Sure. So it's I'm sure they serve something that's some sort of lava, something or other dessert.
Cake,
who knows?
Some kind of water. I'm sure there's a wedding soup or some shit.
More or less an excuse to eat hot Hershey's syrup with a spoon is really all they're getting at.
Let me burn the roof of my mouth with that Hershey's syrup.
Okay, so I had to pick one more place.
$9 bottle glasses of wine. All right. I just have to have my wine. I've had such a tough week. If I don't have a red wine before Friday, I want to get them out of this house.
You got to take me out to Macaroni Grill on Friday, and we're going to have a date night. And
I've had such a bad week.
And I swear to God, if somebody comes in there and yells, "Suck my butt," we're getting a divorce.
Damn it, Sharon. How did I know that was going to happen? I told you. Now get back in the Tacoma. We're leaving.
Get back in the Tacoma.
No, they're not driving Tacomas. Get back in the Avalanche. The excursion.
Yeah.
All right. What's the third location? Now we've gone completely off the rails.
Okay, so I got to pick one more place.
Yes. I'm not letting you off the hook.
So for my last place, I guess I'm just going to go on the notion that everybody in there is already so defeated at their core that they're not going to put up a fight.
Just going to turn, look at you, nod, and go back about what they're doing. Okay.
And to me, a place like that, just Burlington Coat Factory. that seems like the choice. Well, you know, sort of hedging my bets on keeping it unconfrontational. There's just nobody's gonna.
May I suggest going to the London Fog department before you scream that to there?
It's just everybody's just already so downtrodden. They don't have any fight left in them, I guess is what I'm getting at.
All right, so this segment has turned into the whole suck my butt segment.
Getting an irregular 5XL hockey jersey or whatever they're doing.
That shit hurt. That one hit close to home, Ricky. I don't like that one. That joke wasn't fucking funny, man.
Well, most of them aren't. That was just That just happened in a different way.
Oh, shit. All right.
No
one at those establishments should have to be subjected to suck my butt for their $11.50 an hour they make.
No, they shouldn't. And I don't even. You came up with this whole idea. I didn't have anything to do with it.
I'm a jackass. What do you want from me?
All right. So after that whole derailment, I guess. Thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome, man. It's what I bring to the show.
All right, so wrap up with a couple more Florida stories.
Oh, sure.
Want to get to this one.
Oh, okay.
So this is out of Sarasota County, Florida, which is famous for the Jehovah's Gators that wander the area. So detectives with the Sarasota Police Department are investigating a suspicious incident that took place Monday afternoon.
Oh, no.
According to police, a homeowner living off of West Royal Flamingo Drive.
That's a hell of a name of a street.
Not to be confused with East Commoner Flamingo Place.
So, based on our earlier conversation, they saw a flamingo
Yes.
and an RC Cola and decided to name it Royal Flamingo.
If it's, from what I know about Florida, those things fit perfectly.
Sure.
Those people over there on that stupid street said a man wearing a baseball cap, mask, white long-sleeved shirt, and carrying a walkie-talkie.
Who the hell carries a walkie-talkie anymore?
This guy.
Point made. I stand corrected.
He knocked on the front door of a house around 4:30 p.m., saying that he needed to take measurements in regard to improvements of the neighbor's fence.
Sounds right. Okay.
Sure. Officers say the homeowner walked out of his house and followed the man to the back of the property. The homeowner told detectives the man was speaking a foreign language into his walkie-talkie as he walked along the house.
The man couldn't venture a guess.
It just says foreign language.
I'm going to say Croatian. Go ahead. Next.
Yes, that would be my guess. Less than 2 minutes later, the police department says a second man wearing a large floppy hat.
Was he a medieval wizard? Was he headed to Mount Doom?
He was wearing that floppy hat, mask, sunglasses, and gloves, walked up to the front door, knocked on it, and then walked into the house. The man was confronted by the homeowner's wife and immediately walked back out.
Uh-oh.
A release from the Sarasota Police Department says the men told the homeowners they needed to leave immediately for another job and left in a white Chevy Tahoe. So basically, these guys, in order to gain access to this house, they posed as fence inspectors.
Okay.
And to distract the guy, and that while the partner
robbed the place.
Yes, right.
All right.
Didn't work out for him. There's no word in this story on how similar run-ins with both the bikini inspector and the beaver patrol ended up working out with that particular homeowner. But at least they foiled the old fence inspector.
It's like telling people you're with the FBI back in the day, the old female body inspector.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, that was stupid. All right, let's finish off this debacle of a second segment with a Pinellas Park, Florida incident.
Okay, sure.
A man is accused of shooting another man who threw part of a banana at his truck during a road rage incident.
Oh, the humanity.
Robert Lewis and Peter Sala Jr. allegedly got into an argument while driving down U.S. Highway 19. Following the argument, Sala Jr. reportedly drove past Lewis and threw the banana at the side of Lewis's truck. Maybe he thought he was playing Mario Kart or something, and he was going to skid him out and take off.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Lewis, who was sitting in his truck and was allegedly armed with a handgun, shot at Sala Jr., police said. The bullet shattered the right front passenger window. Sala Jr. suffered a small, non-life-threatening laceration to his leg from a piece of the glass that struck him. So the douchebag with the gun was booked into the Pinellas County Jail on a $12,000 bond. No, we don't need more background checks or anything because everyone that carries a firearm is a responsible adult.
Yeah,
that's what you get for bringing a banana to a gunfight. So,
I just want to say that if guns were an option in Mario Kart, if some asshole threw a banana at me, I probably would respond.
The only reason he threw a shot at the guy is because the flying turtles in Florida that we've heard about have already been used.
That's true.
In an earlier episode.
None of those left.
Well, he could have drove over a star, been invincible, and just kept on cruising to the Costco. You're not a Mario Kart fan?
Yeah, well, sometimes I just wonder why I do this. I was just having sort of an existential crisis. That's all.
Sure, I understand. How about on the third segment? I'm just going to go on. On the third segment, how about we...
that's the best we can do, Dan. It's just
yeah, best I can do for you.
move on.
How about we talk about Petty Miss Padlock? We're going to do the paranormal news, of course. And we're going to be Vaxified.
No Good News Network, the news no one cares about.
No Good News Network.
Dan, you two-time in SOB, you've got another podcast, don't you?
Yeah. Well, yes, I do. But you know what? I've always loved you.
Uh-huh. Go ahead. Tell me about your other podcast.
All right. The other podcast is called...
Who is it?
It's called Give Me Back My Action Movies, and I do it with Charlie.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. So...
You dirty dog.
Well, I'm a podcast slut. Anyway, so the podcast over there we do... we talk about VHS era action movies, 80s, 90s, blockbuster type stuff. You know, going to the video store when you were a kid, right?
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah. We can say blockbuster because there ain't any left. They're not going to sue us. So go over and check it out. It is Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast. We're on all the major platforms, and the Facebook group is really where the conversation's going. So join the group, listen to the podcast, get in the conversations with us, and have a good time. Ricky!
Yes, Dan?
Ricky,
Yeah, I'm right here.
did you know that we have new shirts at the store?
Of course I did. I designed them, Dan.
Yeah. So there's one of those that is about Halloween and one about Christmas.
Yeah, they're Gator holiday shirts.
Yes. So all of you out there that are current to the product and have listened to all our episodes will understand what we mean when we say Gator holiday shirts.
That's true. We've got those. We've still got our regular Noka News Network mugs.
Yep. See.
Yes, as evidenced by the slurping.
Yep.
We've got the...
They hold beverages.
That's their purpose.
And
You're right about that.
And we have the original old school OG logo shirts as well.
Yes, and hoodies too.
Oh, we do have the hoodies still?
Yeah.
I don't have one of those.
Well, I do.
Well, it's hot as hell. I don't need one right now.
Well, I don't really either.
No. Unless you live in Alaska.
Well, I don't, but I still have a hoodie. Welcome back. Last segment of the big 13th episode. The big unlucky 13th episode.
Well, yeah, if you're listening to it, you're unlucky. Makes sense.
That could apply to many episodes of this show.
Yeah. Like I said, all the odd ones.
All right.
Ricky, can we go up with lyrics for our theme song?
No.
Be like, dun, 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 we're dumbasses, dun, 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 no, don't listen to anything we say, dun, 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 something like that.
I think we've more or less established that without even having to say it.
Well, you're the lyricist around here.
In an effort to get a further better handle on the COVID-19 pandemic that we've all been dealing with for over a year at this point.
Forever.
The White House, they're hoping that the urge to merge will motivate more Americans to get vaccinated, teaming up with 9 of the largest dating sites to offer badges and other perks to those who have gotten their COVID-19 shot.
Okay.
The White House has an ambitious goal to get 70% of American adults to have had at least their first vaccine shot by July 4th. So, different sites are offering different types of premium content, such as Boost, Super Likes, Super Swipes, to those who get vaccinated, as well as ways for people to share their vaccination status in their profile.
I don't know what none of that means.
I don't either, but we'll get into it here. So,
Have you ever been on a dating app?
no, I don't. No, one time I set up a Match.com profile, but then I never used it for anything, and I didn't pay for it either. So,
maybe we should do that. Maybe we should.
Nonsensical.
Maybe we should get you on a dating site, a dating app.
I don't think so.
If anyone out there is listening and you're single, Ricky.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Gotcha.
This is from Tinder. Members will be able to add stickers to their profile, including "Getting Vaxxed" or "Vaccine Saves Lives."
Okay.
Those who get vaccinated will get a super like to raise their chances of being seen as a desired match. OkCupid, daters will be able to add an "I'm vaccinated" profile badge. And those who are vaccinated will get a free boost and can choose to be paired with others who are vaccinated.
That one makes sense to me at least.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Bumble and Badoo will enable U.S. customers to add a vaccinated badge to their profiles. Both apps will give credit toward premium features such as Spotlight and Super Swipes. One of my favorites, BLK, a site for black signals, will add a new Vaxified profile badge.
I'll be Vaxified.
And give a boost to those who get vaccinated and display the badge. Chipsa, the largest dating app for Latino singles, will add a new Vacunado profile badge and also give a free boost. Hinge will encourage users to share their vaccination status.
Hinge? Okay.
That one I've seen TV commercials for. But
I've never heard of that one.
or
Badoo.
I haven't either. They're going to give a free quote-unquote rose, which I assume is just a digital image of a rose, which doesn't seem like much motivation, but anyway, members will have, and here on Match, members will have the option to add a new vaccinated badge, and on Plenty of Fish, they'll be able to put an "I got my shot" badge, and on Farmers Only, they're not doing anything because none of those assholes got the vaccine.
They got "I'm not falling for that shit. I'm not being duped by the damned government."
Yes,
sticker on there.
They're giving away.
I thought it was just great that you got free donuts, but if you actually get free booty, that's even better, I guess.
I suppose.
Dating apps. They just name them dumb shit now too.
Well,
What'd you say? Hinge and Badoo and
it's
Scooby-Doo and
most apps have names that make me slightly angry.
GetUpOns.com.
That's one of my personal favorites. Sure.
Let's talk about someone who's probably on one of those apps now, and that would be one Miss Cassie Young, a 23-year-old content creator and professional dancer. Well, she broke up with her significant other and she's out of Los Angeles.
Okay.
But she's being hailed as a quote unquote petty hero. Not like Richard Petty or Tom Petty, but
okay. That's actually just what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I've dealt with you long enough. This psychopath traveled 6,000 miles from L.A. to Seoul in order to take down the padlock that she and her ex-boyfriend placed on Seoul's famous Lovelock Bridge 2 years ago.
Oh, man. What a lucky man that turned out to be.
Yeah, boy, you dodged a bullet, bro, because she is nuts. She documented her travel to the iconic bridge and shared the video on her TikTok page. Obviously.
Of course, sure.
She says,
Did she happen to sneak into a high school with a skateboard in order to promote said TikTok page?
Nah, that would have made more sense though if she would have done that.
Sure.
She traveled to Seoul on February 3rd till May 3rd. So an entire month this trip took.
She took a whole month to do that. Okay.
She has now shared the now viral video on May 11th, and she told that to Newsweek. The clip has been watched by over 6 million people. She says, "I am one petty MFIDC," which I guess means I don't care.
That's what the kids are saying these days, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. She recorded herself landing, going to get a cutting tool she says, quote unquote, snip, snip, time to snip.
Well,
Anyway.
Fortunately for her ex-boyfriend, the padlock is the only thing she'll be snipping, I guess.
Yeah, well, this lady's lost her damn mind. So she flew all the way there. She found the lock that they put on. She snipped it. She put a caption, F yeah.
Yeah.
I'm free. She said, yes, I was able to find the lock. It took me around 30 to 40 minutes. The dedication, because I don't even know where my lock is, commented one user. There used to be a place in Florida, or I'm sorry, not Florida, but Paris, a completely different fucking place. One is the city of love, one is the cock of America. So
similar amounts of filth in the streets, but go ahead.
They both those areas hate me probably. Before Seoul, it was Paris's Pont de Os Bridge.
Yes, I'm sure everyone knows exactly what you're talking about there.
Yeah, Pont des Ots Bridge, famed for keeping love together. But in 2014, 1 million such metal love locks, which I do a love lock sometimes, but only on special occasions. They weighed 45 tons.
Did you
They
learn
were
that
removed.
shit from the Kama Sutra?
I did. They removed all those locks because part of the rail came. Part of the fucking bridge fell down because people were, I love you. Click.
All right, so continuing with our dating portion of the...
In Bellevue, Washington, according to the Bellevue Police Blotter, which Ricky says is something they put in a paper, security at Lincoln Square in downtown Bellevue reported an incident on Thursday, May the 13th. Police say a woman met a man at the mall for a first date. Ricky, remember your first dates? Have you had any good first dates?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, well, this one sucked. When she started, she was cool with everything, and then he started writing things in chalk in various places outside Lincoln Square.
Okay, yeah, that old first date activity.
Yeah, she got a little nervous.
Okay.
Makes sense. Police say the man wrote multiple messages, including Free Palestine and suicide bombing in the mall, and then he drew a little smiley face beneath it.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem this day and age.
Yes. Officers located this deranged individual. The woman confirmed he had written the messages, and the 33-year-old Bellevue man was booked into jail for bomb threats and malicious mischief. As of the 19th, he's still in police custody. This reminds me a lot of that really bad date that Ray Don Chong had with Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. That guy, he threw a phone booth, swung across the mall on some balloons, ripped out cars in her Porsche.
Yeah, wrong podcast, Dan.
Went after Sully.
Just a small piece of advice to this young man. I find it works better if you wait till like the third date to break out your terroristic threats. That's usually... Because by that time, she's got to know you a little better.
Sure.
This, that, and the other.
Sure. I think that's third base.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not real sure. I never really understood the baseball analogies.
Well,
I know pitching and catching, but that was the only part I actually understood.
Yeah. That's all right, Dan. Well, having that kind of conversation with you, is it normal and hear something that's paranormal?
Every time you drop that, it is hot as hell in these cans, dude.
Yeah, well, deal with it.
Yes, sir.
This is out of Minnesota. A rather sizable cash prize is up for grabs to anyone who can prove that a legendary Minnesota lake monster, dubbed Peppy, exists.
Peppy, the Minnesota lake monster.
This is first I've heard of Peppy. According to local media reports, the odd reward is the brainchild of Larry Nielsen, who serves as the president of the Tourism Bureau for the community of Lake City, Minnesota, home of Lake Pepin, where the creature is believed by some to exist.
So Loch Ness is Nessie, Lake
Yes.
Pepin is Peppy.
Yes.
All right.
For decades, if not centuries, residents of the area have handed down tales of the monster lurking in the lake and on occasion claimed to have spotted something that they suspected was the mysterious beast.
All I can get is the visual image of it, like it's ducking behind bushes, like, hey, fucking lurking over here.
Check me out, I'm lurking.
Hey, I'm lurking.
You ain't never seen nobody lurk like me.
Let's get my lurk on.
Himself a purported Pepe witness, Nielsen, says that he and his wife were once out on the water of Lake Pepin when something inexplicable produced a big wake out there against the current, he says. It was about 100 feet long and a foot and a half high. Upon later learning of the legendary monster, the businessman came up with the idea to offer $50,000 for proof that the creature exists, both as a way of solving the mystery and to attract visitors to the community.
So they decided to name the monster Pepe.
Yes, that's true.
I wouldn't have... there's definitely a naming a monster joke in there somewhere, but I don't have it in me after this episode.
Yeah, well... You win some, you lose some. As for how one might go about collecting the Pepe bounty, it's not quite as simple as merely snapping a photograph of something anomalous in the water.
They want you to kill the damn thing?
The winner of the prize must not only take a picture of the creature, but also somehow procure a piece of the beast, preferably a fin or some skin.
Man.
So this guy's handing out $50,000 for you for some maniac to go out there and murder this thing if it actually exists.
That is not cool, bro.
No, it's really not.
Not cool, Johnson or Jensen or
Nielsen.
Whatever. He's a dick. Who makes you? Who wants you to just go hurt a potential wildlife anomaly? We only have maybe 2 in the whole world. Pepe and Nessie. They may have been related. They may not been. We have to check with Squatchy and see if he knows.
Sure.
But why would you just go get them? What is this guy? Administrator?
I believe the term is asshole, Dan.
Oh.
I believe that's the term you're looking for. All right, so...
Why don't you finish it up?
All right, so...
I've driven this thing into the ground as hard as I can.
Yes, you certainly have. All right, well...
Thanks for noticing.
All right, so as we near the end of the coronavirus pandemic, or what appears to be the end of the...
We would hope, yes.
Yes, the coronavirus pandemic... Vegas is officially reopening.
Oh, goody. I mean, I was so worried that where else would everyone go to indulge in their epic levels of debauchery if not Vegas? Atlantic City can only hold so many.
Right. County lawmakers voted Tuesday to return to pre-pandemic guidelines on June 1st.
What will Gallagher do now? Wait, is he still performing in Vegas?
Probably not. I don't know, but probably not.
How about Carrot Top?
I don't know, Dan. I don't think anybody is performing in Vegas right now.
Well, obviously, after June 1st.
Actually, Chappelle is, I think.
Well, that makes sense.
Anyway, they agreed to follow U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention guidelines and drop plans to tie business occupancy to COVID-19 vaccination rates. That means COVID-related restrictions on things like large gatherings, capacity limits, dancing, and more will be lifted.
The giant all-you-can-eat buffet lobster tails are really going to go through the roof again.
That's true, yeah. Masks and social distancing will also not be required for fully vaccinated people. MGM Resorts International and a local casino operator joined a growing number of Las Vegas operators with state regulatory approval to open gambling floors at 100% capacity. So if you've got that... If you still got some stimulus money floating around,
yeah,
you could hop on the cheapest flights there are to Vegas. Hop on one of those, waste that money. It's all happening, Dan. It's opening back up.
Well, I'm very excited about that.
There's probably going to be some sort of very negative consequences, but we'll just wait and see what happens.
I think next week is the start of that zombie movie in Vegas that Batista's in.
Oh, yeah.
I think that won't be as bad as what Vegas will turn into when everyone starts piling back on top of each other.
All right. We're now at the end of another episode of the No News Network podcast.
Yeah.
We've had a fun and emotionally moving time with everyone.
Yeah.
Yet again.
Yeah.
It's meant a lot to us to be with you again this week.
Yeah.
Have you contribute to our lives in a positive way.
Yeah.
And we just want to say that now's the time to, if you like the show, check out nokanews.store for your Noka News t-shirts, hoodies.
Yeah.
And make sure you like, subscribe, share the show with your friends, and join us again next week.
Yeah.
So we can spend some more time together.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, I'm glad you decided to contribute so much to the ending of this episode of the Noka News Network.
Yeah.
Noka News Network.